Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice for radio, so today we're going to be looking at why Pokemon hates Lunala. I mean, seriously, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sit, and we are going to, you can stand if you like, I'm not going to judge you. Maybe you even kneel while you listen to this. Although that might be a little bit weird. We're going to look through all the Solgaleo and Lunala cards. And we're going to see that Solgaleo is always better than Lunala. And that's a little bit weird, ladies and gentlemen. Because if we look at something like Reshiram and Zekrom from Black and White, for instance, they were both pretty much of a muchness. They both had Outrage, and they both did 120 for free energy, and they were clearly on a very even footing. That is not the case with Solgaleo and Lunala. So if we start off looking at the GXs, these were the first cards that came out. They both have 250 HP, which is about right. And Solgaleo has a retreat cost of 3, Lunala has a retreat cost of 2, which means that Solgaleo can use Heavy Ball, whereas Lunala cannot. But that's not really the big difference here. The big difference is Solgaleo's got just better all around. Solgaleo's got an ability which is just a switch, which has seen a lot of play for that reason. It's got a GX attack that can attach 5 energy, and this is any energy, so things like double colorless or other special energy are completely on the table, which is really good. It's for a single energy and uses, the setup here. The main attack can do 230, and you've got to discard all the energy. But with a choice band, that can get a one-hit KO on absolutely anything. And that just adds up to a really great Pokemon. Good ability, great single energy setup GX attack, great big attack. If we compare that to Lunala, a free energy attack that does 120 and stops some healing is massively overpriced. 4 energy attack. Luna Full GX KOs any basic for free energy, but not GXs, which is the main ones you would want to KO, and the ability allows you to just move your energy around, but we don't have any good psychic decks, and it's just not a stage 2 ability. Golduck Break does this for any basic energy, and yet Golduck Break hasn't seen any play. Really quite upsetting. There's still potential with Lunala, but only for the ability because the attacks are a little bit garbage. Alright, not a great start. But then in Guardians Rising, we got another set of Solgaleo and Lunala. And once again, they both have 160 HP. And once again, Solgaleo has a retreat cost of 3, which means that it can use Heavy Ball. And once again, Solgaleo is just better. 2 energy attack, 40 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon is not great. But 3 energy, 170 is phenomenal. Okay, it's on a stage 2, so it's not the fastest Pokemon ever, but 170 means straight away you're getting a one-hit KO on something like a Tapu Lele. It means if you had a choice band here, you're getting a one-hit KO on something like a Buzzwole, or a Tapu Bulu, or a million other. Not quite a million, but you get the idea. A whole bunch of other GX Pokemon that give up 2 prizes. Whereas if we look at Lunala, 1 Psychic Energy, 40 damage for each Psychic Energy attached to this Pokemon. Now, admittedly, you can build this up by just piling Psychic Energy on Lunala, but you know what? Then when it goes down, you lose it, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You've then got nothing left. And that's going to be very, very bad. You're putting all your energy onto a non-GX Pokemon, and then when it gets KO'd, you lose all of your energy. Free energy, 130. Move all the energy to your bench Pokemon in any way that you like. Okay, 130 is enough to KO stuff like Greninja and Volcanion. But really here, you're only taking 2 prizes if you're hitting for weakness. Buzzwole, yes, but most things, no. Once again, not a terrible card, but we look at the Solgaleo, we go, right, we can tech this into a Solgaleo deck and we're going to get a 2-prize knockout at some point. That's going to be great. Lunala, you look at it and go, well, if I'm hitting for weakness, I've probably got better options. And the last one that's been revealed so far are the Prism stars. Now, to be fair, there is an argument here that Lunala might actually be better as a Prism star than Solgaleo. They've both got the same first attack. 1 energy, And for each Pokemon you have in play, you can attach a basic energy from your discard to one of your Pokemon in any way that you like. That's a good setup attack, but then we end up in a situation where, well, there aren't any really good Psychic decks at the moment, so even though they're effectively the same attack, well, Duskmane Necrozma fits beautifully with Solgaleo, but something like Dawnwing's Necrozma does not fit beautifully with Lunala. So that's a bit of a pain. As for the attack, Solgaleo does a flat 160, which means that with a choice band, you're getting stuff like Tapu Lele, Buzzwole, etc. Lunala, for 4 energy, does 20 damage for each energy attached to all Pokemon in play. Now, against some decks, that's going to be really good, but against a deck that can make do with a single energy, against something like a Zoroark that only attaches a double colorless energy and has a resistance to Psychic, that's going to take a while to get a KO. So although Lunala has the potential here, Solgaleo is getting the big attack off, plus it has much better partners. Now, Duskmane Necrozma, Dawnwing's Necrozma aren't exactly Solgaleo and Lunala, but they're close enough. Duskmane Necrozma, one of the best attackers we've got in the format. Great GX attack if you go down a prize, 220 for 4 energy. It fits with Magnezone beautifully, but some people have been playing it with stuff like Silvally to accelerate energy as well. It's a great Pokemon. Dawnwing's Necrozma, great ability, jump in the active, use a Floatstone to free retreat. It's like our old friend Keldeo, but it's weak to Zoroark. And that is always going to hamper it for as long as Zoroark is in the format. I don't see Zoroark getting bad anytime soon. Now, there are a couple of unreleased promos, one of each. I did do a video on them, I'll pop a link in the description. And even then, Solgaleo's a bit better. Both got 160 HP. Once again, Solgaleo has a retreat cost of 3, Lunala has a retreat cost of 2. But the big difference here, the ability, Solgaleo has no weakness if it's got metal energy attached. Lunala takes 20 less damage if it's got psychic energy attached. Removing weakness is much better than taking 20 less damage. Plus, I just mentioned it with Dawnwing's Necrozma, but I should say all of the Lunala are actually weak to darkness. That is a terrible, terrible thing right now, ladies and gentlemen, with Zoroark running rampant. As for the attack, Solgaleo, free energy, 130 goes through resistance. Lunala, free energy, 80 damage plus 20 more for each energy attached to the active. Against a Buzzwole, if you're hitting for weakness, you get a KO if they've got 1 energy attached. But against something like a Zoroark that only has 2 energy and resistance, you're doing 100, that's not even a 2-hit KO. But when it gets really embarrassing is with the second lot of GXs, which are going to be coming out in October. And that is where it really starts to shine. The Lunala just isn't particularly good. Now, the downside is it's gone down to 230 HP, and the first attack, 50 for 2 energy, is pretty bad. Although you can use it for a double colourless. But there are some good news things here. It's got free retreat. Why it's gone from having 2 retreat in everything but the Prism Star, which had free, and then going to free retreat for the second GX makes no sense to me. And the attacks are pretty good. 4 energy, 200, discard 2 psychic energy. This is annoying, because if it was discard 2 energy, you could just discard a double colourless, as people have been doing with Alola Ninetales the entire time, but you can't. So you're going to run out of energy pretty quickly, and we don't have great acceleration for Psychic, so this is going to be a pain. And 250 as a GX attack is pretty good, but even then, there's plenty of Pokemon, like Solgaleo, like Metagross, that have 250 but resist Psychic, and you'll actually need a choice band with this GX attack to get a KO, which is dumb. Not an out-and-out terrible card, you just need a whole lot of energy, and there's some annoying things about it. But then we go to Solgaleo GX, and I've done videos about these cards as well, I'll pop links to those in the description, is the best Pokemon we've had released in Zoroark. It is an absolutely out-and-out nuts Pokemon. 250 HP again, an ability that removes weakness from all of your Pokemon, A 2 energy attack that does 120 and attaches 2 basic energy from your discard to one of your bench Pokemon, i.e. it's like Solgaleo's attack, but for 2 energy not free and attaches 2 energy not 1, and Solgaleo's attack is good. Oh, and you can be hitting for weakness here, and a GX attack that removes all damage from all of your Pokemon, which is the only good thing Primarina GX had. It will single-handedly take Gardevoir out of the metagame. Gardevoir's hanging around. It won't when this comes out. Lunala is an alright GX that might be okay for some big one-hit KOs. Solgaleo is just one of the best cards ever. So if we go back through the list, first GX, Solgaleo is better. Guardia's Rising, Solgaleo is better. Prism Stars, you could argue Lunala, but I still think Solgaleo is better. Unreleased promos, Solgaleo is better. And GXs, which are coming in October, Solgaleo is better, and it's not even close. So I go back to my original question at the beginning of this video. Why does Pokemon hate Solgaleo? If you have an answer to that question, do let me know in the comment section. If you think I'm being unfair and some of these Lunala are actually better than their Solgaleo counterparts, let me know in the comment section. You know the rules. Number 1, go nuts. Number 2, be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio. The bonus pods are pretty good. A new one just went up today. Go and enjoy them. And do make sure you check out Wassy Plays for some Dragon Ball Super and video game action. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.